Tony. Tony used to be girls, I have one Tony, she's a girl, but she's also a girl. Nickname. Your name, a nickname or name, Tony? Is a nickname your parents call you? Or name?
The name is Anthony, but it's shortened to Tony.
Tony. My spiritual awakening began 6 years ago. After a prayer, my whole life and nature underwent a great change, inwardly and outwardly. There wasn't any real effort for me except my consistent trusting in that thing within which was making me feel safe. It was then that my real faith in God began. I found that I could talk with God freely, intimately, that I was being loved and guided from within and without, and a great love and peace, trust arose in my heart. Since then, I have continued over the years and through much trials and tests to try and give over my will and way entirely to the divine. I saw there was one universal spirit which was called by different names and worshipped in different ways. I prayed I might reach a place of complete surrender and merge in the divine will or self. In spite of the grace, many powerful experiences and deepening relationship with God, the vain and proud ego was not fully destroyed and continued to travel. While in Rishikesh, I met 3 of your devotees who told me about their wonderful master Papaji, and now, by the grace of God, I am here at your feet. I know I was led here. I feel the presence quite strongly here, flowing out from you and love of satsang family and the flame of inner peace, joy, silence, which I felt so strongly before is ablaze again, though it had never really gone out. I had heard of Sri Ramana Maharishi and noticed books about him, but felt no real attraction at all towards him until I met you. 3 weeks ago, the path of self-inquiry was new to me, as my usual way of worship was self-surrender, and that felt natural to me. Still, it is the same one reality which lead me here to you. Now I feel coming before you represents my death, dying to all the false ideas I have of myself, and I feel a little afraid. Also, I experience some doubts towards you, but I am fully ready to die in my yearning to fully live. I have had enough identifying with ego, its pride, vanity. Being here has enabled me to identify the culprit more clearly. I see how it has robbed me of the true light of the self. Also, I see that somehow, all along, I have cooperated to some extent in the whole scheme. At the same time, I am always aware that the self is there in the background, still unshakable, silent, reassuring, and I hold on to it. Now I want you to chop off my head and put it fully into my heart, where it belongs. I don't know how. Pure my motive is for seeking realization. I know that I want with all my heart to realize, live, and abide in the true self. I have benefited from sitting here silently in your presence. I feel things shifting, though this knot of fear within is still clearly felt. Please help. Tony.